Bitcoin again, what a beautiful move, guys. I got to walk over to the big board again to discuss this. So
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, Gareth Soloway dives deep into Bitcoin's technical analysis, unraveling its current trends and future projections. From key chart patterns to price predictions, let's catch him to learn more.
I've told you guys over and over again it's going over 100,000. I said as long as it doesn't close below 91 right here, then you have to assume it's going above 100. And that's just pure technical analysis. I have no magic 8-ball, no crystal ball. It's just stats. Stats, seeing this pattern 1,000, 100,000 times in charts, 85% of the time, that's the result, a move above. Interestingly enough, I talked yesterday about how you had this high connected right here and here, and I said to you guys, if you can get a daily close above that line, that would be the light of the fuse that should send it through 100,000, and that's exactly what has happened. All right, so now the question is, well, where is it going to go? Well, if you've been following me, and I'll show this on a zoom out in just a second, but you have this trend line up here, which connects the 2017 bull market high, right? 2017 bull market high through the 2021 first high, 2021 second high, right? And that trend line is this trend line, and it extends out to about 107 to 108. Now, again, there'll be plenty of people that say, hey, it's going to go to 200,000 on a straight shot. Maybe it does. There's always a possibility of that. For me as a technician, my job is to just figure out, okay, after a run, where is a likely area it's going to struggle, which could create a pullback? And that would be this $107,000 to $108,000 level. Okay, so again, it's all about probabilities and stats. There's nothing else about it. Doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll be wrong. Sometimes I'll be right. Generally, I'll be right more than I'm wrong. Now, going to the chart here just to show you guys this. If we zoom out, there's your 2017 high. There's your high pivot here from the first high in 2021, second high, and there's that trend line we were just looking at. All right, let's look at Ethereum real quick since, again, it is a crypto-centric or big market mover here. Look at this on Ethereum. Let's walk to the big board again. So Ethereum has finally caught fire, right? And again, it's still lagging some of the other altcoins, but remember, the market cap on this is about $500 billion. So it takes a lot more energy to make a move on it versus a smaller cryptocurrency like an HBAR or a Cardano, right? So the idea here is you are coming into resistance on Ethereum. You have this high pivot here, which is right around 4,000, and then this one at 4,100. So this is a first big zone. I would call this a zone of resistance that is going to be key. If Ethereum is going to break up and maybe retest its all-time highs, it has to be able to clear this zone. This is going to be a big level for it on the charts over the next couple days into next week. Let's see if it can get through, as it is slightly extended and it is also into major resistance.
Bitcoin's market dominance surged to 57% as the asset shattered records, hitting an all-time high of $104,000 on December 5. This milestone catapulted Bitcoin into six-figure territory, solidifying its status as the undisputed leader of the cryptocurrency market. The remarkable rise in dominance, climbing 4.4% in a single day after dipping to 54.7%, underscored a dramatic shift in investor sentiment, refocusing attention on Bitcoin amid an increasingly volatile market. The Fear and Greed Index reached an extreme greed level of 84, reflecting heightened market enthusiasm as interest in Bitcoin spiked. Altcoin rallies, such as those of XRP and BNB, paused as Bitcoin seized the spotlight. This shift signaled a temporary slowdown in the much-anticipated alt season, with investors redirecting funds to Bitcoin in anticipation of further gains. The rapid price surge triggered a wave of liquidations, with $132 million in short positions wiped out within 4 hours. Meanwhile, social interest in Bitcoin soared, with Google search trends hitting their highest point in weeks. As Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong noted, Bitcoin continues to cement its reputation as the best-performing asset over the last 12 years, drawing in both seasoned investors and newcomers. Bitcoin's dominance climb and price breakout highlight renewed confidence, setting the stage for potential market recalibration.
Take a look at the S&P 500 here. Again, this is pre-market 10-minute chart action, so each candle here is 10 minutes long. You can see, again, markets kind of yesterday trading, and then this is where Jerome Powell came out and made those comments. Initially, you saw the small sell-off on those comments, and then the market said, wow, he's going to do a 25 basis point cut, but he's also saying the economy is strong. And then look, up, 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 up into the end of the day, and that's where we close. Now, yesterday after hours, between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern time, markets trickled down just a little profit-taking. This morning, a weird candle. That could be just light volume, and then really just more sideways consolidation. So markets, again, basically flat this morning, still digesting what was said yesterday, digesting the new all-time highs. I think it's 55 or 56 new all-time highs this year, which is getting close to the record books. Very, very unusual to see that, but markets have been strong, and they continue to be so. All right. Let's take a look at the daily chart. What do we know about our daily chart on the S&P 500? The $6,100 or 6,100 point level on the S&P is still in play here, and we are getting closer and closer. Yesterday, where did we close? We closed at 6,086. So right here, right there, so 6,086, 14 points away on the S&P 500. Now, one thing I do want you guys to be aware of is that see how this trend line is upsloping? So technically, remember I've talked about the 6,100 level for about 2 months as being my upside target. It is slightly above that because an upsloping trend line goes slightly higher. So really it's around 6,140, but suffice it to say we'll keep it simple. Let's look for a pierce of 6,100, and that'll be right in that range of a target. But again, just to show those of you that are newbies just tuning in for your first time to the game plan, you can see again this starts back in October of 2023. It then kind of rallied. We had this great rally up here. We had a small correction into that line. The trend line held. It then rallied again. Small correction, even smaller correction, I should say, to there. Then we rallied again. By the way, one thing in technical analysis that I teach in the Winning Trader series is what we call 3 peaks to a valley. So essentially in charts, oftentimes you'll see this, right? And then so 1 peak, 2 peaks, 3 peaks, and then you get your bigger correction, right? Well, sure enough, after 3 peaks, right, 3 upticks, we got our bigger July into August correction. That was obviously that biggest correction that we've had. It was pretty violent, as we all remember. And then notice again, here we go again. We could say 1, 2, and then maybe this is the final one. It's hard to know. But again, are we going to go up, tag this one final time? And this is where that whole factor comes in. And again, we talked yesterday about a cycle date that Drew, our guru on cycles, has for us. Again, right around December 15th. What I always say is you look for, essentially, it doesn't mean the markets will collapse on that period or in that period, but it's usually the beginning of a change in direction. So you might see kind of a choppiness, a sideways, kind of a topping. Maybe buy the dippers come in during that period, and then the bigger sell-off comes in January. But watch approximately around that date. And interestingly enough, it's all coming to fruition, right? 6,100 or just above 6,100 there, coming in the next week and a half into that December 15th period. And then obviously when we get into January, we'll see where the inauguration goes, what kind of tariffs we have, and we'll watch for market reaction. All right, so keep that in mind here.
Ethereum's underperformance against Bitcoin may be coming to an end, with analysts signaling a rebound in Ethereum's strength over the next 6 to 12 months. The Ethereum/BTC ratio, a key indicator of Ethereum's performance relative to Bitcoin, has climbed to 0.03811 after recently hitting a low of 0.03187. This recovery, coupled with a 5.5% daily price gain to $3,846, has brought Ethereum closer to the critical $4,000 level. Historically, December and January have favored gains in the Ethereum/BTC ratio, and analysts believe this trend could repeat. Bitwise CEO Matt Hogan remarked that surpassing $4,000 will likely surprise no one, as bullish sentiment gathers momentum. Analysts predict that breaching this psychological resistance could trigger a short squeeze, driving rapid price increases to as high as $5,000. Ethereum's dominance in decentralized applications and its growing network activity reinforce its strength. The ongoing momentum hints at a promising rebound, setting the stage for significant growth. XRP has faced a sharp 13% decline in the last 24 hours, erasing much of its December gains as Bitcoin soared to an unprecedented $100,000 milestone. Trading at $2.30, XRP is now 25% below its recent high of $2.90, leading to an 8% drop in its market capitalization and pushing it below Tether to the fourth spot among cryptocurrencies. This sudden plunge raises questions about the future of altcoins in an increasingly Bitcoin-dominated market. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.